Good morning, students. This one is the Analog Electronics 1 lecture. Myself, Viranjay Srivastava. This is the Analog Electronics syllabus and course outcomes. In our previous lectures in month of February and March, we have completed the BJT and its differential amplifier, like its configuration, input resistance, output resistance, and some rejection ratio and input resistances. In addition, after that we have completed the S domain analysis of filters, its properties in S domain, Butterworth filter, high pass and low pass filter, its band pass responses, their implementation using passive LCR networks, and some other filters. So in this coming week, first week and second week, we will do the revision for these amplifiers. After 2 weeks, or maybe in third week and onwards, we will do the MOSFET and its analysis in terms of switches, and then we will do again for the current mirror and multi-stage amplifier using the MOSFET. So first I am taking you to the previous lectures we have done already. It is only for the revision purpose. We started the Hamming noise in audio amplifier. Means at that time I explained that if we are applying any power supply VCC and there is some other signals are coming which we are going to amplify, so at the output terminal we will get the some ripple and also the amplified signal. So the total overall output will be look like this one. So in this present lecture we will try to avoid this ripple. How to avoid the ripple? For that purpose we use the two transistors parallel to each other with the different 3 or 4 combinations. Like first one is this one. In this one we are applying the biasing on this one and the biasing also on this one, and we want to increase or amplify the signal at transistor Q1, which is like this one signal is coming from the source. So at the output we are taking the difference of these two. So for that purpose we are taking the Vx and then Y output, X output and Y output. We can say Vx and Vy. For the Vx at this terminal, the total output voltage will be input signal multiplied by amplification, which is AV, means voltage gain or amplification gain, into Vin, plus the other voltage which is coming through the ripple known as Vr. So this is the Vr. So the formula for Vx is equal to AV into Vin plus Vr. Same process we are following at the output for voltage Y at Y terminal, which will be the biasing. There is no any signal to amplify, so that's the zero term, and the ripple coming through this terminal. This will be give you value Vr. This Vr is the same like this Vr. Why? Because both VCC common for both terminals, this one and this one. VCC is only one and it is common to both. So that's why we are taking the Vr. Now we are taking the difference of Vx minus Vy. So Vx minus Vy will give you this term cancelled out. The remaining will be AV into Vin. So you will get the output amplified with the terms AV, means voltage gain, into input voltage. Input voltage is coming from there, and there is no any error or noise. So that's why it is known as supply ripple rejection. So we remove the ripples because some ripples are coming here, the same ripple coming here, so we have to remove that using this formula. In the second circuit we are adding the same circuit configuration, but the biasing is connected to the input side. So the difference between Vx minus Vy will be 0 because both terminal are connected to same. This one is connected to same. This is the formula, so we will get the 0. So it's known as common input to the differential amplifier. Why it is differential amplifier? Because we are differentiating the output of two amplifiers. Why common input? Because we are adding the or connecting the common input like this one and this one. Then this is the differential input to differential amplifier, means we are taking the output differential, so that's why its name is differential amplifier, because it is amplifying the input signals. Differential input means the inputs are corrected out of phase, means 180 degree opposite to each other. In this case we will get the output 2 times amplified with the input voltage with multiplication of the voltage gain. There is also no error or no ripple, because this ripple is cancelled out with this ripple. Then we started this term like a differential amplifier. It has the low frequency amplifier, it can be high frequency amplifier, it can be used as operational amplifier, analog amplifiers, and some logic gates. It has the advantage like large input resistance, high gain, good bias stability, and differential input. For example, you know that 741 operational amplifier and some other CMOS. Then I started the BJT differential pairs. In these differential pairs we are using the circuit like this one. In this circuit I explained already that this one is a transistor 1, transistor 2, this is the current source, this is the base voltage 1, base voltage 2. In the next PPTs we will try to change these values VB1 and VB2. RC and RC is a common here. For this lecture I put the RC and RC common, but in the assessment I will replace this RC with another value, like it will be RC1 and it will be RC2. Then you have to do the similar analysis for that circuit in the assessment. Here in this circuit, one more thing, for this circuit, this sections and this sections, we have the two assumptions that output resistance of BJTs are infinite. What is output resistance of BJT? I am going back. My all the PPTs has the PPT number, so I am going back again. This one, output resistance here, output resistance here. We are assuming it infinite, and also the output resistance of the current source is infinite, which is REE, which is here. So we are assuming 3 resistances infinite, like this one, and RE. After that we are discussing the common mode operation. Common mode operation means I am going back on the circuit. It is PPT number 9. This one. See, this transistor and these transistors are equivalent. RC is equivalent, so it means left hand circuit is equal to right hand circuit. So the current which is coming from this terminal, how much current is coming from this terminal or this section is IT. So current in this line is IT. This IT will be divided into two half sections, IE1 and IE2, means IT by 2, IT by 2. So that's why IE1 will be equal to IE2 equal to IT by 2, which is this one. IE1 equal to IE2 equal to IT by 2. And you know that we can replace the IC, means we can replace the IE with the help of IC, or you can find the IC1 and IC2 for the same circuit. IC1, IC2. Formula is IC1 equal to alpha IE1, alpha IE2. So that's why the formula for IC1, IC2 will be this one. So now you get the IC value is this one. So you can get and calculate the VC1 and VC2 using the formula this one. VC1, VC2 equal to VCC minus ICRC. VCC is the constant voltage given to you on the top line minus alpha RC IT by 2. I am taken from here. So this is the value for VC1 and VC2. Then these are some calculations we have done already in the lecture room in the month of February, in the starting of our lectures, that we are taking this equation from the BJT in active mode. From here we can calculate the IE, and then for this module, present module, we are going to calculate the value of IE1 and IC1 using help of this formula. So we get the IE1, IE2, IC1, IC2, and then we draw the graph. In this graph I explained to you what is the meaning of this range, means the switch or that amplifier is working as a linear region from very small value from here to here. This graph you can draw with the help of the previous formulas, this one. After that, from this section, after that we have drawn the same circuit but with the RE1 and RE2. These resistances are known as degeneration or known as emitter degeneration circuit, so that you can get the clear output for the differential amplifier. This is the graph, is for the IT by 2 into RE. If RE is not available, so this term will be 0. But if you want the flat like this one, then we can increase the value of RE. So it depends on the application, which type of output or which type of signals you want from the amplifier. After that, differential or single-ended output. It means in the same circuit we are working only for the half section. Means this is the section, we are applying the input opposite to each other. Left hand side, right hand side is the same circuit, only we have to divide this one, so it will becomes half and half. But in this section what happens, this one is a positive voltage, this one is the negative voltage, both values are same. For example, plus 5 volt and minus 5 volt. So if you start from the plus 5 volt up to minus 5 volt, so somewhere in the center it will become 0 volt. So that's why this is the 0 volt, or known as ground. So we can give the name as line of symmetry for this point. So it is known as virtual ground. Then on the basis of this one we have done already the half signals, half section. Then we try to find the VC1, means output voltage divided by input voltage. Then we get some formulas. Then pure common mode signals. In this one we are making the input common, VIC means 5 volt and 5 volt. So it means this current section we have to distribute in two equal sections, look like this one. So if you will combine it again, it will give you the original value. 2REE parallel to REE will give you REE, and IT by 2 will give you IT. Then we can do the same process for the half section. We can find the voltage gain in this one. So the final overall CMRR is equal to ABDS upon AVCS. So this formula you can get easily.